We are very, very happy today that in anticipation of this evening. Thank you very much for your attention.
In the 98, I take my kennel name. I was the first breeder that take kennel name in 98 with the name of the Rapporto di Pinta. And in 2007, I became Cane Corso judge. And this year, in 2025, I become all-rounder, so I can judge every breed of the world. I was lucky to judge everywhere Cane Corso, from US to Russian to North Europe to Africa. So it is amazing to stay here with you. And I must say to you if something is totally wrong or not. In Lagos, I saw the situation was not perfect. The problem is the handling of the dog, also the dog, the handling of the dog, the temperament, because Cane Corso or dogs is not only beauty, but must be also beautiful in the mind. If you are beautiful in the mind, you are a beauty dog, because your attitude is different, you walking better, you have better expression. So it's very important to teach the dog to walking around the city, to touch with everywhere with your hand. When he stays, he must open the mouth. So it's very important that you try to do the best also for breeding, in printing the puppy. So I like this. Okay. So last time I saw the smaller size. I like much more bigger Cane Corso, but not fat. Cane Corso is molosser dog, and the competitor is like a big Rottweiler, sporting athletic dog, not Napolitan Mastiff or Mastiff, so heavy dog, a big correct male. We must understand that we must have different from male and female without touch the testicle. I must understand immediately if it's male or if it's a female. Okay, about this situation of Lagos. About the type of Cane Corso. Sometimes Italian standard is very complicated. It is defined every word in the head, in the body, in the chest, the proportion. So the most important thing is that Cane Corso has short muzzle, but not too short, but never long. So the proportion is two skull, one muzzle, so 33%. 1/3 with the proportion 1:1. Cane Corso is like this with proportion 2:1. So every breed, we are 400 breeds, every breed must have different type of proportion. And it's very easy to do one by one, long muzzle, because all molosser are the characteristic of molosser is a short muzzle. So we must work to be in this way, but never too much. So never too much wrinkle or muzzle that there isn't. Must be long, 1/3 of the skull, of the head. Other proportion is important, that the neck and the head must be the same longer. So this part and this part must be 36% of the withers. It's not easy to understand, but what we want to say, that the head, like the female that I chose for best of breed last day, long like this, but in proportion, the proportion is a little more than 1/3. Withers and top line must be. I talked also with the president that showed me the picture of FCI standard, and okay, not all drawings are correct. Drawing is not correct. Also, picture in the book is not correct, because maybe you pay for staying this book. Eyes must be oval, no round, no helmet. And the graduation of the eyes must be 15%. So not 0 degree like this, because all dogs that are 0 degree are around. Okay. Some news now. Maybe you listen, and maybe is understand. Also, the axe of the skull. I saw a lot of picture that put the axe of the skull outside the head. Is not possible. Is totally wrong. A lot of people that also I talked with the president and said me, what about the true Cane Corso, the rustic Cane Corso, the old Cane Corso, the new Cane Corso? Morsiani, Antonio Morsiani that wrote the standard in '81, is a super mind. And maybe he was right, not the true Cane Corso that stay in this moment, in that moment, but right the standard about correct technique that must be had. So, Cane Corso proportion of head is 2:1. It's not 1:1, 33%. So if it's 32, it's a little short. If it's 35, it's a little long. 40 is very long. So a lot of people say, no, but 40 is better. Why? Standard don't say it. So the top line, we talk about the top line about the drawing of the FCI standard. Cane Corso must have straight top line with high withers and croup that is a little inclinated. So the top line must be like this. A little high here, down the neck, or go a little around in the rear. Medium angulation of back, of rear, but also if it's a little more is nice. The problem that also I see there in Lagos is that the rear angulation was terrible, was totally straight without power. And last time in Lagos I saw too much short tail. When I was breeder, I'm breeder, so when it's possible cut in Italy, when I cut too short is because it's a problem. I saw a better long tail, but in Lagos was too short. Must be like minimum like this. So when you go to the veterinary, it's like a cigarette, you know, the yellow part must be long like this, not short. So not short, because it's a disqualification also with if it's possible cut. If it's down the 4 vertebra. So 4 vertebra is like this. Better longer than short. They like triangle like this. Straight to there and to come back. In this two triangle, I watch always the same. I watch when start the rear, it must be parallel and powerful. When go in the front, I watch the top line and the long trot. And when come back, I see the parallel front legs. So it's not only for joke. And if I say move around, almost in Italy or in Europe we say the around, and after up and down. And so this is nice, important now, I think. Sometimes just don't go. Like when I stay in Russia or in Slovakia, that I don't know this language, and they don't know also the English, they do like this, is around, circle. If judge say like this, is up and down. If judge say this, is triangle. So you must learn some movement. If judge say go, is around.
I see.
Not the cake. So if the handler, if dog is nice, handler much more. If dog is not nice, and I put the hand down the underline of dogs and I put like this. So we must work for a better. You are unlucky because now when I started maybe one. Where is the white? White color is not Cane Corso. One color very light, but if it's white, it's not Cane Corso. One thing. Second, spot white on the body. You can have white on the feet, white on the chest, standard, and white on the nose. Standards say only this. Are very complicated people. Right must be much more little possible. It's not true. It's the opposite. It can't be much bigger possible. It's different. It's not because don't have white you can win. And here a little large. But the white is only, it's not a German Shepherd that is forbidden. We can have, so it's important, but I prefer see the dog before. And after from two super dogs I can choose if one has too much white and one less. But it's not that if you have less white you are nice, for me.
Okay.
Also, if you breeding two dogs with the bone of the top line are not strong. You can try to work with training, but you don't change the bloodline. So you must work forever strong top line, much more possible. Top line is important, of course. Very important, not the first things, but it's important also because if you have top line soft, when you're walking, you don't running very well. But the young boy in Lagos, one is like this and moves very well. You know why? One judge said to me when I was young, he doesn't know that he's wrong, so walking nice. So he's walking nice, but running nice, but the top line was not correct. It's not possible to have square, large, deep muzzle if you are scissor bite. Okay, now I remember another thing that I must say. The lip, the front, must have like this. If you have scissors, you are like a V, and the square, strong stop, and I also have two stops. One is the true stop of the head, and the relation is 120, 130. It's like this. Another one, 105, is from the eyebrows that stay up the eyes. And show you the dog much more stupid than he is. So you have one stop that you look, and through this stop with the head that I can after when I judge I try to show these two stops. So AKC is AKC. I'm also AKC judge, and but when I go there I judge with I think in Italian.
And the length of the box.
The five
behind the box behind.
Yeah. A lot of dog in Lagos was very
Long box.
cool. Yes. And the standard right that if you have the 5 fingers is the default. I'm not agreeing because when it's possible, back cut, you can cut, but in Italy. It's not nice. Nigeria.
Yeah, yeah.